welcome to Mig's Cave. I'm going to give a semi-retrospective video on a bunch of my collection that I have of Fright Night. This is actually the second video that I make. I made another video, if you go back into my channel, when I was Horror Freak and Why, I made a collection video of Fright Night back in 2017, 9 years ago. But here I have far more books and a couple other physical media releases, plus some attire. So I'm rocking my Fright Night 2 shirt from Gutter Garbs. Check it out, guys. Love this shirt. I'm also rocking out my buddy's Horror Breed brand cap here. And I also have another Fright Night hoodie from Gutter Garbs as well that I picked up. This is from part 1. Check it out, guys. Pretty dope there. So I'm gonna start off showing some of my comics, work my way over to some books, my physical media, and vinyl. Now the vinyl records, I showed them back in 2017, but I'll re-show them again, okay? So these next set of comic books here, it's a series of 22 issues. Sorry for the glare, guys. I'll try my best to showcase some of them. These comics, I've had them for about 20 years or so in my collection. They're from Now Comics, and they came back out in October of 1988 and lasted till 1990. I believe it was August of 1990. And I remember going through a few of the issues and reading a few of the issues. They were pretty great. Artwork is pretty funky. It's good cheesy stuff. But there's some like pretty outrageous covers here. Let me show you one so you can see what I'm talking about here. Pretty gnarly, pretty funky. We have Evil Ed here. It's pretty cool. And of course we have another one of Evil Ed as a vampire. But then you have stuff like this, guys. Like, I don't know what's going on. I didn't reach up to this issue. So it looks like there's an alien there. Some funky stuff going on here. And then we have stuff like this. I have no clue what this is. But when I find the time, I want to check them out and read them all. Yeah, so this is from Now Comics. You could probably find these on eBay. Have that. Let's put these away. And now the most recent ones that I picked up in, which, by the way, those Now Comics, the first 2 issues were an adaptation of the original part 1 film. And the reason why I'm doing these, guys, is because with the recent announcement of Red Shirt Pictures, Michael Fletcher went on a podcast with Dead Pit Radio, and they announced the 3 covers they're gonna use for their 4K releases sometime this year, I hope. And I said, you know what? Let me pack up all my Fright Night gear and goodies and show them off, my updated merchandise. So this here is from American Mythology Productions. It's a series of 5 issues. I was a backer from their backer kit, I believe. I picked these up, and there were different variations. And these issues here, these covers here from our particular artist. I forgot his name. I'm pretty bad with names, guys. And I'm kind of like freestyling this video, just trying to do like a brief showcase so you guys could see, you know, showcase my collection so you guys could see what I have and what's out there. Now, if anyone wants a more thorough review on a specific comic book or more information, I'll be glad to do a video on them. I'm just trying to do something fairly quick. I want to keep it minimal and not too long. And with that also, I picked up this is all part of the same American Mythology company. And I have this Fright Night Free Comic Book Day issue and the hardcover slipcover version that I also backed up. It came with all the cards and a pin as well. So this is Tom Holland's Fright Night senior year here. So this has a bunch of information. Let me see here. Da, 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 da. It's actually a sequel to the first film. Also, the comics, and then there's another there's another let me see. It's called Evil Dead, Dead by Dawn, and Evil Ed One Shot. They're all included here in this book. I also picked up another hardcover book with the original artwork that they use. It comes with that pin, that early backer pin, and the exclusive cards to the backer kit. And also this one right here, this is actually signed by the writers as well. And there's a art card in there that they looked like it was hand drawn. Again, it would take so much time to have everything out. I have my work desk here and I have it filled with the stuff I'm showing. Now, this is pretty cool. And I'm going to show this with two of my Blu-rays. I might as well. The companion pieces to it. So I have this You're So Cool Brewster, the story of Fright Night. This was released by Cult Screenings out in the UK. I picked this up directly from Tom Holland's website, signed by him, I would say roughly about 9 years ago. And I believe I showed this in the 2017 video, if I'm not mistaken. And I had this also. I actually went to Monster Mania back in 2021. I have it signed by a few people, actually. I have it signed by Chris Sarandon and Amanda Biercy. They both signed it there. And this was like a crazy time because it was like I would say middle post-pandemic, and everybody had masks on and stuff. But Chris Sarandon looks he could be a real vampire because he looks great for his age, and I think he's pushing in the upper 70s or early 80s, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the You're So Cool Brewster, the story of Fright Night, the book, the hardcover book, and they actually released this Blu-ray here that I picked up directly from Cult Screenings. This got shipped from the UK. And a nice, beautiful slipcover. I like the artwork here. This is commissioned artwork. I'm not sure who the artist is, but it's pretty cool. And then, recently, a few months ago, ETR Records, ETR released this, which is Vinegar Syndrome's partner label. They released this. Let me see if I gotta show this without the glare, guys, because it's beautiful artwork here. And I love what the guys out in ETR are doing. They're doing like some amazing work with a lot of like pop culture stuff that I like. So if I'm not mistaken, it's the same exact release that this is. It's just a new, newer Blu-ray. I'm not sure if they added any new content on it because I haven't had the chance to even open this up, guys. So I've been so busy with work, and I'm a new dad. I have a baby. He's about to turn 1. And that's been taking up most of my time, considering I did the video when it was October 31st, revamping and renaming the channel. And I have posted a few shorts. And, I said, I have to find the time, a few minutes, so I could at least, showcase something. So this is it here. Pretty much the companion piece to the book. Okay. Let's show I have a couple other books actually. This I picked this up directly from Tom Holland as well. It's Fright Night Origins. This is the hardcover book and this is the retail paperback. They're both signed by Tom Holland and Jack Aldrich. Here. Check it out. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he's still selling these, but the artwork on the website looks a bit different. I guess maybe this is the first pressing. This one is also signed as well. Okay, that's Fright Night Origins. The vinyl, I have 3 variations of the vinyl here from Night Fever Records. I have a blue and white splatter and a blue and white cloudy variant. And this is the beautiful picture disc. Now, I'm not a fan of picture discs because they tend to be pretty noisy. I've been collecting vinyl since the late 90s. And I just feel personally that vinyl back then, the quality was a lot better. But throughout the last maybe 5 years, they have been improving. But this one right here has no pops at all, ironically. I have some higher end, like high-end vinyl like this from boutique labels, and they've like noisy. It's more of a vanity, if anything, whenever you do get picture discs. But this is beautiful. The original artwork here and the tracks. So this is the soundtrack. These are the actual songs, not the score. And if you look back at my 2017 video, you will see that I have one of them spinning on my turntable as I'm, you know, discussing and showing my pieces. And here we're gonna show. I'm gonna try to show them from the order that I got them, all my physical media releases. Now, as I started planning this video 2 days ago, I kept remembering I have this book, I have that book. It's so many, you know. So real quick before I go to the physical media, Fright Night, one of my favorite vampire films, and the company Cult Screenings from the UK, they released another book that I own here from another one of my favorite vampire flicks, Lost Boys. Check it out, guys. So this is a softcover edition. And I remember when they originally released it, I believe they were offering the hardcover edition, and I slept on it. I was just busy and I forgot about it. When I went back on their website, they weren't offering it anymore. But I was able to pick this up, and I'm grateful I'm able to pick it up because it gives you a ton of information. I just browsed through it real quick. You see, I just remembered I actually have replicas of these 2 comics that Bottleneck released, and I don't think I have them here with my books. I don't think I do. So you see, I know there's more Fright Night content that I have. It's just a matter of, you know, finding them or whatnot. I'm browsing quick through this little area that I have of comics, but I'm almost certain I don't have them here, guys. But I could probably showcase those when whenever I get the new Fright Night 2 4K, I'll do a small video and I could show those comics off. They're pretty much, they're not like the full comics. They're the covers. They have a few pages inside, but they're great. They look extremely authentic. I think I have them in one of my bins. I still have, my man cave is still in the works. I have about 70% done. I have a lot of statues displayed. I have all my physical media here wrapped around. My books here, I have another bookshelf there. I have my games to the right. One day I'll do a nice good tour, but it's not fully complete. So if anybody does want to see a certain area or something, I could show it. But let's get to the physical media, guys. So I have my OG Fright Night DVD, and this is signed by Williams Ragsdale. This maybe early 2000s. I went to a convention and I had it signed. This is back when they made these DVD cases. Literally, they feel bulletproof. And this is one of those discs that has the widescreen on one side and full screen on the other. How I miss these days. I miss those days so much, guys. It has a little pamphlet here. And I miss this. The screen, the scene selections here, guys. Oh, yeah. And it's, considering it's a, I remember getting this when it was first released. This was back in what? It says 98 here. I think I got it in maybe 2000 or so. Got this. Now, I have the OG out of print Fright Night Part 2 original DVD. Now this holds a special place in my heart. And it's not because it's a Grail DVD from, you know, one of my part 1 and 2. I love them both. I have fond feelings for part 1 because I saw part 1 multiple times with my parents. But this release right here holds a special place in my heart because my grandma, when she was alive, may she rest in peace, she passed away. She was 104, 105 when she passed. But when she was alive, she would always send money from Puerto Rico over to my mom to give her and give me. And she sent some money to get myself a gift. And if I'm not mistaken, it was in December. My birthday falls in December. So it was either for my birthday or Christmas or both. And with what she gave me, I purchased this DVD. And I found this at Best Buy. Now, the Best Buy I found this from was the Best Buy in Queens, Long Island City, New York, which I have visited maybe 2 dozen different Best Buys throughout New York and different states. And that at the time, and the only time, honestly, the biggest physical media section was in that Best Buy, hands down. And I've been to many that had a lot of videos, guys. That Best Buy could not be beat. I picked this up from there. I have the Sleepaway Camp with the cross on it. What else? I have a bunch of out of print titles that were like pulled from that Best Buy. I picked it up from that Best Buy. But that Sleepaway Camp book box set is like a grail in my collection. And these are pieces, like I said, I purchased like when they were first released. I still display my DVDs in my right hand side here. I have them all here. I have a few in a few bins, but for the most part, 80% of them are here, and they will always stay displayed in my collection. I have all my Blu-rays and 4Ks directly behind me. I decided to keep the Blu-rays and 4Ks together because they're high definition and 4K. The standard releases, DVDs, they're all here by themselves. But all of these films, minus 1 to 2 of them, have been purchased. They've been with me for over 2 decades, guys. Then I have this is my first Blu-ray Fright Night that I picked up before the US release came out, the more commercial studio release came out. And this is a German release of Fright Night. I picked this up from Amazon Germany, and it got shipped to me fairly quick, I remember. It's bare bones, no special features, nothing. And I think it was Twilight Films that released one in the US, and I missed out on that. I had no clue it came out. I was so bummed out. I remember that. And then this one here is the actual Blu-ray release that has some special features, and it does have the You're So Cool Brewster documentary, but it's a compacted version. It's not the version that I recently showed you with the book. Got that. And then I have this beautiful slipcase from Blockbuster box sets here. Check it out, guys. With the original artwork there. Beautiful spine. And commission artwork here. So this is going to be like the only piece that's in terms of my physical media that will not have a glare, because I have the protection shrink wraps on them. So check it out, guys. And this is housing my 4K Steelbook, which is packed with a ton of special features here. A ton. It also has the You're So Cool Brewster. It has a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff. And as of late, maybe like the last year and a half, I've been downloading all my digital codes, like just in case if I ever travel. I'm a big physical media collector, guys. I could have the film in the tip of my hands to press play. And if I have it here, I will go and put it in my player. I could be anywhere else in the house. I will come and watch the movie on physical before I stream it. So that's 100%. Now I have Fright Night Part 2 on Blu-ray also. Now this is the Spanish released, and this was let me see here. I'm trying to see if there's a year here. See if I can see when it was released. I don't think I see anything. It says 1988, the year of production. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm not 100% sure, but when I purchased this, I purchased it from a third-party seller on Amazon, and he's also on eBay. I've picked up some foreign stuff from him in the past. The listing claimed that this is an official Spain release. I'm not quite sure how true it is, but that's how he was selling it. And it's a region-free disc, and it looks great. It looks great. So this is why I can't wait to get Red Shirt Pictures their release, because it's gonna be outstanding. And then I'm gonna show the other two films, which they're in my collection. I saw part 1 in the theater, and I don't remember it. I'm not saying I disliked it, but I have a special place in my heart for the original. To beat that, I don't even know if it could ever get reproduced. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't get rebooted. Just leave it alone. But I remember seeing this in the theater. I own the Blu-ray, and I also own part 2. I have no clue what this is about. It's still sealed. I haven't opened it. I just got it so I could pretty much have it in my collection. Man, I wish I knew where the comics were for the Lost Boys, so I could show it to you guys. But maybe I could do that also. Like I said, I could do a quick little like Lost Boys videos, because I have a few posters. I have a few figures as well from NECA. I have a few things from Lost Boys, a few shirts. Not as much as Fright Night though, but I have a few things. I have the soundtracks on vinyl, signed as well. What else, guys? I mean, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you haven't, subscribe. I'm gonna try my best again to create more content. I'm trying to develop here as a channel. This is what I love to do. I'm really rusty. It's not like I was out there making crazy videos, but I think as I continue, the more videos I make, the more I'll be able to evolve. I'm trying to play around with the editing software, different ones, to see which ones catches my eye and it's more user friendly for me. Because I can't spend hours upon hours editing and doing this and doing that, making it look fancy. But yeah, guys, that's about it. That's my current Fright Night collection. And if you guys have any questions, want to see anything that I displayed here in more detail, let me know. I'll do more research on it, and I'll shoot it over to you. Thank you again for viewing, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment, share the video if you can. It'll be highly appreciated. Until next time, thanks for visiting Mick's Cave. Peace.